I am so stoked that this delivery came in. Oh, let's just get right to it. Let's open this thing. Alright, we got it open. They packed this very well, I will say. Oh, so it's a Hickory golf club. So what we have here is the Louisville Golf Stewart Maiden Niblick. Now, from the description of this club, Stewart Maiden was Bobby Jones's mentor. So being a big Bobby Jones fan, this is cool to have. And it has a stiff flex Louisville Golf shaft with my name engraved on it. So I have a Hickory club with my name engraved on it. How cool is that? So Louisville Golf's specialty, or at least one of them, is making modern-made, authentic feeling and performing Hickory golf clubs. You can see the shaft is pinned on and glued in just like the originals, and I'll bring an original club alongside to show you the construction similarities. Solid wood hickory shaft. So there's nothing there other than the wood reinforcing it. It's just solid wood. Then you have on this particular club, I went for the suede wrapped grip, and it's held on by the whipping, and I believe there's a pin under here on this end. So this is all done just like how they do the originals. The head is a good quality metal. It's got the old dot face patterns. And I actually got this club to replace the faux hickory sand wedge I was using. So now we're all good to go. Fully legit, because these modern-made Louisville Golf hickory clubs are legal in tournament play in hickory events, because they're basically the same as an original, just brand new. Like if this wasn't brand new and you put it next to an original club and it had some pitting on it and the steel wasn't so shiny and it had a few dings on it, then I'd believe it's an old golf club. So I pulled out my authentic 51-degree Niblick just to show you the similarities. Both have glued and pinned on shafts. Solid wood hickory shafts, no reinforcement or hidden stuff like that of any kind. The grips are both held on with whipping and a pin at the top, but one is leather, and this is the awesome leather grip, feels real nice, but so does this suede. So these were both popular choices at the time. And when I say no reinforcement, I don't mean that these are brittle as glass. You can absolutely golf with authentic and obviously these modern made hickory golf clubs. But I just mean there's no like hunk of metal or anything like that or extra material other than wood in the shafts. That's why hickory wood was used for these in the first place, because hickory wood is actually quite durable. Like these aren't twigs. If these are well taken care of and not mistreated or already got stress cracks or anything like that, they're fine. So yeah, not a lot of difference between old and new. And I think that's cool that hickory golf is coming back enough, like vinyl and stuff like that, where it's actually a market for modern made hickory golf clubs that actually behave as close as humanly possible to the originals. And these Louisville golf clubs are sanctioned by the Society of Hickory Golfers and other historical golf societies for official play. So if you don't want to bang up original golf clubs, or you can't find player quality original golf clubs, just get a set from Louisville Golf and you're good to go. I got this one because I needed to replace a club that wasn't technically hickory in my golf bag. So when I was doing my original run of hickory vlogs, this was the only club in the bag that wasn't true hickory. It's a 56-degree sand wedge. It has the dot base, just like this one actually. They're actually pretty similar in head construction. Shape's a little different, but the face pattern is pretty close. But as you can see, this has a ferrule and sits in like a modern steel graphite shaft. So this is not hickory. This is just material, sometimes steel or other materials, just designed to look like hickory because the traditionalists basically thumbed their noses at steel shafts, and a lot of guys held on to their hickories even when steel shafts became legal to play in PGA Tour competition. So even back then you had traditionalists and holdouts that held on to their hickories, and you can even see as late as like the 50s, 60s, and 70s, like in some of the shell golf matches, people were using hickory shafted putters still. So golf debates really haven't changed in 100 years, to be completely honest with you. And also you have a modern grip on here. There's basically the skinniness of the shaft too. That's not as, I don't know if you can see that, but the hickory shaft is way more thick, and it gets bulbous at the end here because that's actually where the cone is that sits inside of the head. There's actually a carved cone under here that you put the glue on, put it in, and then it gets pinned on for extra security. So if you see something that looks like hickory but A, has a modern grip on it, and B, has a ferrule and sits in like a modern golf club, it's a faux hickory. It's either some kind of other material, or it can even be steel just wrapped with a veneer that makes it look like hickory. And it's not even a real wooden veneer probably. Yeah, that feels like some kind of vinyl plastic material. I think there's a name for it, but I don't want to get too technical. So now my hickory set will be 100% fully authentic hickory and legal for hickory event play, because you can't use these faux hickory clubs in hickory tournaments. All right, let's stop talking about it and go see what it can do. Let's start with some short range chips to that close pin. Go in the hole. Oh, that's a way to start it. Bladed that one. That first one we almost holed. What a way to start. Second one we bladed over the green, but that's like any other wedge. You blade it, it's gonna do that. Then our third one was relatively close. So far it's behaving no different than any normal modern wedge. Let's see how it does on the pitches. So far so good. Now we're gonna head down that hill and see how it pitches. More of a long pitch up to an elevated green. And our target will be that third flag on the right. Right here, that checkered one on the front. Another little bit more gusto and that would have been the shot. There, that's the one. That got up. Let's take one right at it. Oh, that was right at it. So our first one just didn't make it. But our second and third one, awesome. So there's our second one. That's definitely more than safe. Then the one we took right at it was, well, right at it. Let's pop a few out of the practice bunker. And our target will be that same pin there that we did the short chips to. Whoa, bladed that. Whoa, that might actually be down on one. Hope I didn't hit those people. That was a bunker blade. That's more like it. Just off the back. I'm gonna go check on those people, because that was a real bad blade. And you gotta definitely use the technique just like any other sand wedge. If you don't commit, it ain't gonna go either. There it is. And I absolutely bladed that first one out of the bunker. And this one's just off, and this one held up. So when you don't almost commit manslaughter, it's not bad for getting out of the bunker. Yeah, she got a good workout today. So in closing, I'm thoroughly impressed with this Louisville Golf Stewart Maiden Niblick. I can hit little beside the green, hop and stop chip shots. I can hit pitches, and I can hit sand shots when I hit them properly. And not only does this thing feel great, as any golf club should, it feels just like any of my authentic hickory golf clubs. So now, thanks to Louisville Golf, this set is 100% hickory. And I look forward to shooting some course vlogs with this in the bag alongside my authentics. Hope you enjoyed that little review. New Scott out.